All right. Today's been a pretty interesting day. Sundays are always hit or miss for me, you know? And it tends to be like the one day that I set aside to not do to not like set up any really hard work. It's more of like a rest day. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't do stuff, right? It like I'll end up drawing and reading and all the things and whatnot every so often. But it's like a day where it's like, okay, cool, we don't do any main quests today, right? So like no work, no big life stuff, no whatnot. Now there's like benefits and drawbacks to that, and some of the benefits are, well, you get some time off and you have some time to rejuvenate and all the things. And then their drawbacks are like, well, you could be working on things that are really important. So, like that's an interesting one. I I tend to find that the use case of having a day that's purely dedicated to resting is highly beneficial. There's a whole bunch of different ideas on like what and what not to do, but I set aside the day to make sure that I don't do any huge project stuff. It also coincides well. I tend to do this. I tend every other week. I tend to have a family dinner, which is great. It's like a huge family dinner. So that's always fun. So having Sunday set aside for that as well makes it nice and easy. But yeah, it makes it easy to work. But it tends to be hit or miss on these days because I either end up like crashing because of the week and just having a really nice relaxation day, or I end up, working on a ton of different projects that aren't like main project stuff, but it's like doing a lot of drawing, doing a lot of reading that I wanted to catch up on, stuff like that. Today was one of the days where it was basically just rest. I ended up hitting the gym, which was a ton of fun. Huge full body workout. That was a pain. It was great though. All the stuff. It's fun to get back in that area. But I ended up not doing a lot of things today, right? So I like didn't do guitar practice. I didn't do I did do language work. I didn't end up drawing a ton of stuff today. I had a lot of conversations, which was great, and I slept a lot because that workout wiped me out. So that was a lot of fun. But like no big project work on that kind of thing, which is, uh, it is what it is, and I think that's fine. But it's interesting having days where they can be like somewhat hit or miss. Uh, I'm really excited for the upcoming weeks. I foresee many projects in my future that start really getting tackled. So I'm super excited about that. I think that's most of the things. Not a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm reading the Book of Five Rings, Miyamoto Musashi. Good stuff. So I'll probably end up making a video on that, talking about that at some point. Uh, so